Hello. Ooh. Hi. Hi. Turns out when you do stuff in front of a computer for 3 years, you forget the meet space thing. Yeah. Anyway, very exciting to have you here. Before we kick this off, PyCon AU 2023 is held in Tartagna, in the heart of stolen Corona land. And we acknowledge that this land has always been a place of gathering together, teaching, and learning. No treaty has been signed. Sovereignty was never ceded. This always was and always will be Aboriginal land. In the spirit of gathering, we're here at a convention center to have a conference in person, which is weird, but very, very exciting. So thank you all for being here today. And we are really excited to present the Friday specialist tracks to you all. Before we get into this, I wanted to do a bit of housekeeping just so you know about the venue, you know about where we're at, you know about our rules, and so on and so forth. But welcome, you made it. And for those of you online, thank you too. Thank you also for wearing a mask. You can see that I'm not wearing one. This is one of very few exceptions to wearing a mask at this event, is if you're on the stage doing the talkie thingy. But besides that, thank you so much for doing this. Wearing a mask at events like this one helps us to make sure that all of our community can attend this more safely and participate in this environment and in this event. So thank you so much for following our policy, and if you have any questions about it, it's up here, pycon.org.au/COVID, and you will also see posters around the place. Please remember, goes over your nose and your mouth when you are wearing one, and keep that on while you're indoors during the event. Thank you so much. We also have a safety team and a code of conduct, which they will be helping us with. Safety is more than just words here. We have the code of conduct on our website. It's not just a placeholder. It is there because we mean it, and you've agreed to it in order to get a ticket to come here. We want to ensure that this is a physically safe and an emotionally safe place for everybody to come and attend and learn some cool stuff. I really recommend that if you haven't actually taken the time to read the code of conduct, that you do so. It is on the website. Website/safety. You can go there, and it's also on the back of your badge. If at any time during the event you feel unsafe or you want to report anything, you can contact a member of the safety team. They will be wearing red badges, so you'll be able to see them if you were there in person. They have the safety role on Discord if you're in the Discord. There is a phone number here that's also on the badge that you will be able to contact, text, call, whatever. If you need a member of the safety team, they will have that. And there is an email address as well, if you need to contact them, so you've got multiple channels. The other event management organizing people have got these green badges and the blurple ones. Is blue, purple? Yeah, it's blurple. So this is, these people with these colored badges, all of them can help you get to a member of the safety team if you need it. This is not just for major incidents. It's not just for anything that might be like a crime. We want to make sure that you're safe and comfortable. So if there's anything at all, please feel free to reach out. That's what it's there for. We want to make sure that you have a good time. Well, with that, also want to be aware of how we are speaking at this event. I feel like we have mentioned this at many of our events, but it's also worth reiterating. We're at a Python conference. That doesn't mean that we're going to talk down at any other languages. That's not what we do. We are a programming language conference. A lot of people here are programmers and coders and have had a lot of experience with a lot of different languages and technologies, including ones that you may not think are as good as other ones. And as part of all of that, we need to make sure that we are speaking respectfully about all of those things. We don't trash talk other communities or assume that people here are not programmers or make jokes at the expense of other people or other programming languages or anything like that. This is a slide you may want to scan, take a photograph of, whatever you need if you are at the venue. And if you are not at the venue, it's just, environmental color. We have Wi-Fi. It's there. Feel free to connect to it. It will be there for the duration of the event. Today, tomorrow, the day after that, and then Monday, Tuesday. I'll give you all a second for that one. Yes, Adelaide 23. It's a very, very safe password. Okay. We're in this building. We have this entire wing of this building, which is pretty cool, except for Hall D, which is forbidden. But that is, this is where we're at. We're currently in Hall C. It's the big one. Then there'll be Hall E, A, and B. This is A and B up the top. We've also got the quiet room if you need a moment. The AV office, the conference office are there. You can see food and beverages and so on, and the map will also be on the back of your badge. It is also on the website as well. Again, for those of you online, you can project yourself into the space. But we are very excited that you are here. Restrooms, we have all of them. They are all marked with the facilities that they contain, so you will be able to make a decision about the ones that best suit your needs. If you think that someone is in the wrong bathroom, that is their choice and not your choice. Please make sure that you respect their privacy and carry on with your day and your business. There are also baskets in the bathrooms that have good things in them that will hopefully help you. We know a lot of you have traveled, a lot of you are out of the house, which is very exciting. And so we have baskets in the bathrooms that contain sanitary items, toothbrushes, deodorant, tissues, things that you may need. If you find that we are running low on stock in any of those, please let one of the organizers or colored badge people know, and we will help you out. Take what you need. Use what you need. It's there to help you out. They should be in all of the bathrooms. Discord is another thing that we are doing. Some of you will be socializing probably entirely through Discord, especially if you're online. This is for all attendees, both online and here in person today. This is something that you will have received an email about last night. There is a link to the Discord so that you can join it, and in there you will be able to talk to all of the other attendees, contact the safety team, ask questions of speakers, all of these kinds of things. There are also some voice chats if you would like to voice chat, and that will be one of the places where you are able to socialize with everybody. There's also Friendly, which is a new thing we have this year. You can scan this QR code and go there, or you can, if you don't like QR codes, you can type that URL and go there as well. This is to help meet other like-minded conference attendees if you would like to do so. You can share your interests there and figure out how you might want to connect with other people who have those same interests if you're not certain how to do that, because I don't know about you, but I have forgotten how to talk to other people. And so this may help. I actually don't know that I ever knew how to do that. It will help. So please go there and sign up. This will be also useful if you want to organize any social things, and feel free to do that, preferably in small groups so that hopefully not all of us are wiped out with illnesses by the end. Again, if you need help, red badges are for the safety team, conduct, etc. Green badges are for the core team members, and the blurple ones are for the volunteers. So if you see anybody with any of these badges, they will be able to help you. We cannot run this event without sponsorship. We have been able to offer discounted tickets, we've been able to offer coffee, we've been able to offer a lot of very cool things because of our sponsors. And I want to take a moment to thank them. Our platinum sponsor this year is WSP. Thank you very much. Also, platinum sponsor, Grok Academy. And Kraken. I can see a lot of these plushies out there already. So cute. Our gold sponsors, we have Google Cloud, thank you. And supporting partners, the Python Software Foundation and the Django Software Foundation. Thank you. Thank you so much. This year we're also supporting Oz Harvest. You will have seen, if you've been into the big attendee room with the coffee and the things, they help reduce food waste, and that's their mission. They have a few things that they're giving away at their table. One of the things that we are doing here is, if you would like to support Oz Harvest through this event, you can donate or sign up to be a volunteer for them at a future time, preferably not during this conference if you had attended intended to attend. But yes, we are supporting them, and please feel free to reach out, explore what they have. And of course, we can't run this event without the logistical and financial support of Linux Australia. So thank you so much to Linux Australia for your support year on year to make this event happen. Today's the specialist track day, and we're doing it a bit differently this year. We have an opening plenary session, which is why you're all in the big room to start. But before we get to our exciting speaker for this morning, I wanted to give each of the specialist tracks a chance to come and introduce the tracks, what they're about, and what you can do while you're there. First off, all things data. Who's representing data? Yeah, Pedro. Coming up. Yeah, come over here. Yeah.
Okay. The amount of data in our lives is increasing at a rapid pace, and there is no sign of that slowing down. So, but what's the point of having so much data if you don't analyze it, if you don't examine it? So, well, Python comes to the rescue because that's the #1 language in the realm of data. And Python can bring data to life. You can transform data with data engineering. You can plot for visual clarity because a picture is worth 1,000 words. And in analysis, it can unearth hidden treasures and also can be employed in scientific computing to advance fields like medicine, environment, and engineering. And also, Python helps to navigate the world, like with GIS. And it has the power to revolutionize with artificial intelligence. So Python conference cannot go without a data track. That's why we are going to have a specialist track for data. So this year's highlights. The organizing committee recognized the significance of the current AI surge and its ethical implications. That's why we have a combining kickoff with address from Dr. Rosenbaum on a talk on creating a more ethical AI road. That's not only that. I'm just going to quickly run through to all the topics in data that we are going to cover. We're going to have a big coverage of GIS with a full stack example of a GIS application, GIS toolkit for data science, managing massive amount of data, of satellite data. In data engineering, we're going to have an end-to-end pipeline in Python, beginner guides for PySpark, ensuring data contracts are increase the streamlined collaboration in between engineering teams, data analysis insights, an analysis of a Stack Overflow survey, 3D visualizations, and finally, machine learning talking about monitoring machine learning application. So that's all. Participate, ask questions, and then not always the best part of the conference are in the auditorium. Maybe sometimes it's outside. So mingle, meet people. Thank you.
All right. Next up, our connected universe. Also, best hair of the conference.
There's still opportunity to find stylists in Adelaide if anyone wants to compete for that award. Hello, friends. I'm Jack. I'm one of the co-organisers of the Our Connected Universe track, aka All Things About APIs. It's a track born out of enthusiasm for APIs, where they're built, where they're maintained, where they're abused. No, definitely not misusing APIs. It came out of a conversation I had with my co-conspirator, Chris. Technisha, can you give us a wave down the front here? And the two of us love all things APIs and hair care. So if either of those two topics are of interest to you, come and join us in Room B. I'm also really excited that we have an opening... Room A, sorry. Room A, thank you. Before Room B. I'm also really excited that we have an opening address from Dr. Jay Rosenbaum this morning. There's going to be a fantastic talk. So hang around, enjoy that session, and then if we can cram everyone in this room into room A, that'd be great. Thank you.
Education. It's Nicky's birthday.
I'm wearing a hat of cone of shame for my sins. Hello, g'day, I'm Nicky. I'm one of the co-organisers of the education track, and we are here to tell you to ignore everything that Jack said and instead come and hang out with us in the education room. I can promise not as my hair game is not as on, but I do have a fancy hat. You've all maybe learnt to program. Was it great? Was it terrible? Was it somewhere in between? Do you have opinions? Do you want to know other people's opinions? And maybe some science to back it up. And a lot of in-classroom, whether that's school, university, code clubs, everything in between, experience to learn about how to do this well. We're going to have fantastic talks on how to educate, how to be educated, how to check that you've learnt anything, all of that cool stuff. But the one thing that I will additionally highlight is the student showcase. So there are some fantastic high school students, some of whom are in the room right now, who are going to give talks this afternoon at 3:30 after afternoon tea break. You should all come along. Seriously, this is the highlight. You're going to learn about kids who made a robot dog, some fantastic stuff with music, rolling your own encryption, all fantastic and wonderful things that we thoroughly endorse. Come along, it's fantastic. You will learn so much. There is one big topic in the education field that I haven't mentioned, and that is AI and what on earth is happening and what we're all doing it, and that is why we are ridiculously excited to have Dr. Jay Rosenbaum give an educationally AI relevant talk, plenary, right now. Thank you, or almost right now.
Almost right now.
Almost right now. We're in, I didn't write it on the slide, we're past room A, around the corner, upstairs. You'll find us. Follow the hat.
Thank you.
Okay.
And contender for most awesome shirts for
I don't have the hair, I don't have the hat, but I have a freaking awesome t-shirt, and it's got all the tour dates on the back because we're back for the 9th time this year. And we're going to be in Hall E, right around with Rego. If you can click the next slide. We are sponsored by the Django Software Foundation. Django Software Foundation is the entity that holds the legal right to be a Django. Our track is going to have talks on Django, and talks on Django, but we are very excited to have Dr. Rosenbaum as our plenary keynote, because if there's something that we all need is trying to understand what's up with AI. And if you would like to have a wonderful shirt like mine, if you go to django.threadless.com, we have t-shirts and hoodies. If there is a style or cut that you would like to have that is not on the site, come talk to me, I can add it. This design was made by Callum Preston and was commissioned by Common Code, and all the proceeds for these shirts will go back to the Django Software Foundation, so we continue to do things like pay the Django Fellows who help do the maintenance and janitorial work around Django. Ignore every other track, come to ours if you like Django. Cheers.